everyone, today we're going to be trying out a new palette from BH Cosmetics, and this is their Illusion palette. I was on their website, I didn't even know that this palette launched, and I think I was able to get on their website like the day that it did launch. I was just randomly checking out stuff, and I saw this palette, and I saw the price tag, and it was $12, and I was like, that is so cheap. I need that, like obviously I need that because it's 12 bucks, and I did not realize that this is like a mini palette. So let me show you the size of this. I'm not sure if you can like accurately see how small this is, but this one has 16 shadows, and this is what the palette looks like. It is super cute. I love this. The idea of having a very, very small palette like this just makes me so happy because I love things that are small. So if you want to see like this in comparison to another 16 pan palette that I have, is this even 16? I think this is 16. Okay, so I'm trying here. This is the Blush Tried Blossom palette. This is what that looks like. So you can see like these are very standard eyeshadow sizes. So this palette here is tiny. It is so small. Like I don't even know if I'll be able to get my finger into these and swatch it, but we're gonna try that anyway. So I guess that's what I'll do next. I'll swatch the palette and see how it swatches, if I'm able to get my fingers into it, and then we can do an eye look with it after, and I will let you know my thoughts on the palette. If you want to know more information about this palette, I will of course leave the link to the website down below so you can go check that out, but let's get into the swatches. So I thought the palette swatched really nicely, obviously. The swatches are a little bit short just because I wasn't able to really dig my finger into the pans like I usually do, but I mean the pigmentation is definitely there. I don't think that the shimmers are as pigmented as I would have liked for them to be, but again, I mean it is because I was barely able to get my fingers into them, and I usually am applying my shimmers with a setting spray and something like that too, so it'll probably be way more intense than on my arm, and I easily could have built this up too. I do think that this color story is really pretty. I love that there is a lot of variation in the mattes, and it's also a half shimmer, half matte palette, which I love. So I can't wait to try this. I don't know what kind of look I want to do today, but I'm going to start by priming with my MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. So I'm trying to focus here, and then my friend Prue just starts 2 games of Words with Friends with me. How am I supposed to do anything? Like, I used to be hooked on that game, and I've been playing it again lately, and I feel like I might be getting hooked. So if you guys want to start a game with me, like, I am pretty good. I just want to say that. I don't mean to like toot my own horn, but if you want to play a game with me, you're more than welcome to. I'll leave my username on the screen so you can look me up. I will happily play with any of you guys. So yeah, I'm excited. I would like to get some competition, so if you're good at Words with Friends, please do start a game with me. I would love to play with you. So that was a tangent, but we're gonna get into this palette now, and I kind of think I want to do like more of a soft look today, which is not really something I usually do. Normally I just go all out, you know, and put all the colors on my eyes, but I think I want to do something more on the softer side today. So what should I do? Maybe I'll do something like orangey red pink or something like that. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and start by taking the orange and put that into my crease. You know what, I totally take that back. I think I'm just going to put that all over my lid and into my crease, and then I'm going to layer some of the mattes on top of this. I don't want this to be a structured look at all. Also gonna leave a bit of room in my inner corner because I'm gonna have quite a blown out inner corner most likely, because that's just what I always do. Just can't help it. Like, inner corner highlighting is one of my favorite steps in my makeup routine, which probably sounds ridiculous, but it just makes such a big difference. So far this color is laying on beautifully. I am gonna switch my brush though to a bit of a fluffier brush with a bit more product on it, and then just start blending this out. So that blended out super easily. So far, very happy with this color. I will say that I don't think that the colors show up as bright on the eye as they do in the palette, because this is the one I have on my eye now, and it kind of almost looks more like a washed out orange, more like a coral, I suppose. Which, I mean, I'm not mad about that because the color performed really well. It's just that it's a bit sheerer than maybe you would have expected. It does seem to build really nicely though, so it's definitely a buildable shadow. It just might take a layer or two to get it to be as intense as you want it to be. So I think for my lid, like I said, I want to keep it kind of simple. So I'm going to go in with this kind of corally, light corally shimmer. I think this looks beautiful. And I'm going to go ahead and spray that as well and basically just put that all over my lid. I think this color is really, really pretty. It's definitely very soft and it tones down the look. And you guys know this isn't normally the kind of look that I would do. I mean, unless you're new to my channel, I don't really ever go for like the softer kind of looks. I tend to like my pigment to be super in your face at all times. I don't know why I'm feeling a softer look today, but I just kind of am, you know? Like I'm just in a mood where I don't really want to do eyeliner, so I feel like when I don't do eyeliner, it looks weird if I have like a super, super intense look. So I'm just gonna do mascara when I'm done with this. We're actually taking Churro to the vet again. If you don't know, Churro just had surgery. He's our cat. So he's getting his stitches out today and I am so happy for him. I mean, I just felt so bad for him this whole week, but he's doing amazing. So thank you so much to you guys for like caring so much, because that really did mean a lot to me and it really did help me when he was having a hard time. So you can see now on this side I did not spray my brush and this side I did, and there's a huge difference. So I'm gonna go ahead and just spray my brush a bit more. And I always make sure to pick up the shadow before I spray my brush because I don't want there to be hard pan. So that's definitely a tip. I know I've had a couple of you ask if I spray my brush before or after picking it up, but I always spray my brush after I pick up the shadow. So this is just going to be a very, very soft kind of corally smoky eye. I'm probably going to do some kind of a pop on the lower lash line though, just because I can't help myself. So I think what I want to do is I want to go into this dark blue, and I want to put that dark blue on the outer part of my lower lash line, and then on the inner part I'm going to go into probably this blue right here. I could also do something like the gold, but I'm going to start off by taking the blue matte. And I love that this palette doesn't have names. It makes it so much easier because I can't butcher anything. So let's see how this blue is. I'm just going to be packing it on. I mean, so far the formula seems to be very like standard BH Cosmetics, and I'm not mad about it because I like that. So for the other part of my lower lash line, what do I want to do? Do I kind of want to do a gold? Could a gold be nice? I think I'm just going to go with the blue. So I'm going to use the lightest of the blue shades down here. I wish I could tell you what it's called, but I can't because it doesn't have any names. And I'm just going to put that on the first part of my lower lash line here. And I don't know what I want to do for my inner corner because now I feel like none of the shadows in here really goes with my inner corner, and I feel like I kind of just want to do a sort of white shimmer. So let me go see if I can grab something else that I can put there. So I think what I want to do is I want to take some of this Super Shock shadow from ColourPop. This is in the shade Pinch Me. And it's like a peachy kind of duochrome shade. Let me swatch this on my hand because this is one of my favorite highlighters of all time. So I'm going to try to pop a little bit of this in my inner corner. I'm not sure if I'll have a brush that's going to be able to pick up on this. No, I think it should be fine. So I'm just going to put a very slight bit of that. I know I said I was going to do a very blown out inner corner, but sometimes I just change my mind while I'm doing my makeup, and that is totally okay. So I think this is all I want to do for my eyes today. I kind of like it being a bit on the softer side for once in my life. And I think for my waterline, I'll probably go with Prance by ColourPop, which is a kind of light blue, like a pastel blue. So I'm going to do that and put on just some mascara and then a lipstick, and I'll be back and tell you my thoughts on the palette. So this is going to be the completed look. I like it. I think it looks cute. It's nice and summery. It's, like I said, a lot softer than what I usually go for. I'm not sure exactly how I feel about this lip combo. I think it's okay. I feel like the lip liner is a little bit too dark for what I have on top, but I used the ColourPop Lippy, what is this even called? This is the lip liner. It's a lip liner in the shade Dohi. And then on top I used one of the Wet n Wild Megalass Liquid Catsuit High Shine lipsticks. I can never say this without reading it off of the tube because it's such a long name. This is in the shade Peach Stole My Look. So that is going to be my finished look, I guess. So as for my thoughts on this palette, I mean, obviously it's really hard to say. This is just a first impression, but you guys could tell, like, they performed okay. I feel like I can't really complain about this being a $12 palette. I mean, It has 16 shades in it, and it's got a good variation of mattes and shimmers, and they work fine. Like I wasn't blown away or anything by the pigmentation, but then again, I mean, I'm really never like that blown away by BH's pigmentation in general. So I feel like if you're used to using BH Cosmetics, you would probably like this palette. I mean, it's a good, very small, sleek palette. I could definitely see myself traveling with this, and I probably actually will bring this when I go home to visit my family in Norway in July. So I don't know, I feel like this would just be fun to like bring on vacation somewhere, you know? It's just cute. It's got a good variation of mattes and shimmers, like I said. It's got some good variation in the mattes, especially because there's a lot of colors to choose from. There's a lot of looks you can do with this. This would pair really nicely with another palette as well. So, I mean, I'm really happy with this. I think it's a cute palette. I think it's worth $12, and that's really all I have to say. I mean, is it the best palette I've ever tried? No, but I'm really happy I have it still because I think it's super cute. So yeah, let me know if you even knew that this palette existed, because I did not until like 4 days ago. But I'm really happy I picked it up because I think it's super cute. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. As always, if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!